Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? Ghostbusters, obviously. There's something weird in your neighborhood? And hello, welcome back. So we've done everything that we can in these places. And now we're supposed to go to the police department entrance. Hey, look! It's the thing! It's the mascot now. February 22nd. Police department entrance. Whew! We're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me, that took almost 30 minutes by taxi. And traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to the criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? It's animated now! I can see where the DS influence comes in. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Also, why does it look like its right hand is crying a bit? Actually, there's a handprint on it. I'm just noticing that too. And the left side of it is broken off, like they taped it back on or something. Why does it undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. This is the blue badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. So he does somehow seem familiar. Forget the blue badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Uh-oh. He noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. It's Gumshoe! Hey, pal, well, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know, pal, I'm a very busy man. Can we talk to you? I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. What? Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that Chief Prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detectives of the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? The music went silent. Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Maybe I want to examine first. We're at the police station. I always get excited when I come to the police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Huh? You know, with all the police and criminals. Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bus. Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, "Hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy." That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. Sounds like a little bit of brown nosing going on. Huh? I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Looks like it. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. Panda? Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory. A game theory! Clap for me. That was amazing. I miss MatPat already. Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory? It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo? The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. I was wondering about that. What? The dancing blue badger? He's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger. I fated to dance until he drops. Blue Badger Panel, a work of art designed by the Chief of Detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. That's right, we did see that it was being designed. The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. And what point is that, though? So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. The badger dance, there we go. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. That's very sus. Maybe he did it. I think he's involved in some way. It was the detective. It was the officer person, sir. Shall we present some stuff? Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge, nuffstead. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Wait. Speaking of ID cards, I found the detective's card, didn't I? I'm just gonna present everything. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is the detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get in so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? He didn't take it from me, at least. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. I don't know why, but he's suddenly getting a transatlantic costume. Mia was the murderer. I knew it. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering why the award was a shield. And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning the award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces a victim's blood, no prints. Let's present it. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? I don't know why, but he has like that old-timey like TV presenter voice now. The transatlantic... Oh, 9 out of 10? Sweet, I forgot I burped. I don't remember doing that, but whatever. Wait, I mean, sure, of course somebody really did it. Someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Everyone seems to be getting after him. Record of parking lot. Let's see. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Maybe... Maybe the reason that the Chief Prosecutor is admitting to the crime is to protect Edgeworth. I still don't think that Edgeworth did it, because maybe someone is trying really hard to set up Edgeworth as the killer again. Why is she admitting to the crime? I like these things. They're pretty yummy. Wait, I didn't mean... No, someone else really did. Someone must have a grudge. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. What do you mean you don't know about it? You literally made it. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Let's talk to Gumshoe a bit more, shall we? So, this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but... Word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there, to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again. Again? Yeah, we remember that. Like yesterday. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. That is CNN. Goodbye, assholes. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is. What's his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly to the chief of police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction received from Detective Gumshoe. Allows bearer to investigate the crime scene. Cool. Okay. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Cool. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Are you helping me out here? I feel like I'm listening to the Legend of Korra narrator. In the last episode of Legend of Korra, Korra and her earth and firebending friends have been up to no good. They've been trying to find the mass murderer who was trying to take away everyone's bending powers. Tune in next time for another episode of The Legend of Korra. I binge watched that show a few months ago because I wanted to get through all of it while I could. It's a good show. Thank you, thank you. Hi! Oh, there's a kitty here. Alright. Let's go to the underground parking lot then. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Wait, who's talking? Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why the surprise looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. What happened to the security guard? Wait, why do you have two boyfriends? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. You mean doggy or doggy? Is it spelled wrong? Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Now he's like shaving his beard all over the evidence. If you want to take a closer look, you'll have to deal with me first, partner. Huh? A duel at sunset, the winner leaves, the loser in the dust and takes all. The blood law of the gunman. Note to self, jurisdiction squabbles are settled by dueling. I think one body per murder case is enough, thanks. Alright, well I guess I'll present this to you. Excuse me, we're allowed to be here. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Also, I should have noted that it looked like there was something written on the envelope, but they crossed it out. But I never investigated, so that's my bad, so whatever. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. What does it look like it's written on there? It's hard to tell. Letter of introduction, crumpled and discarded. I should have looked closer at it while I could. Oh well. Can we talk to you? Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, well. Aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. Smiling Madonna. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Good. Death due to blood loss. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. What? 4 p.m.? Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Scott and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. I think that this patrolman, the cowboy patrolman, is in some way involved. He was a detective, but now he's not a detective anymore. Did he quit? Was he demoted? Did he like mess up with the evidence in a case in some way that got him demoted? What did he do? Also, Chemo, hello.
Welcome.
How you doing? Welcome in. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Hi, kitty. You want to hang out with me? There's a cat up here. Hi! Are you here to hang out? As long as she's like, you know, not blocking my way. Good, I'm glad you're doing good. Something sounds like a fishy cover-up. This is some fishy cover-up, isn't it? Just, he don't realize it yet. Is that the gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? Wonder why. Look, a door! Well, at least we can look at this now. Oh, so we can see the tape of the body. Interesting. Where's the evidence number 2 labeled? Is it inside the car? This looks like a cell phone. That ain't my dad. This is a cell phone.
I threw it on the ground.
What you think I'm stupid? But that's not a phone. Duh. This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest that this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Right, let's check it out. I didn't do that. It's a 3D object now. There's a string on it. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. There's this blue button on the side. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all calls you've made and received. You just press a blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. 16-year-old girl is young-splaining to me the cool gadgets of the kiddos these days. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. We didn't check out the back, did we? I don't think we can. We got 3D objects now. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button. Beep. Hey, that song. I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's? She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing the call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds, according to this. Who did she call? Ghostbusters, obviously. There's something weird in your neighborhood? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh, I'm sorry, that was my phone. She was trying to call me? That was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. Was she trying to call you, Mr. Wright? I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've indicted the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Property of Lana Sky, last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. And she tried to call me? This is a nice looking car. This appears to be the car where their body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors got the big bucks. This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So, wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. So what's with this car parked here? This is an odd way of doing things. Is this one of those newfangled, like, garages where you park, like, onto the thing and then it's, like, rotating the cars around like this? That sounds crazy. So what about all the people whose cars are parked in there? Like, are they just stuck? They're not gonna get their access to their car again? What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. Good man. 675 or 7S 12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Good man. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know about what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. Well, there we go. Why did no one pick up that note before? That's my question. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the lunchline's car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like that cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching on a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Yeah, cow eating steak, that's a bit of cannibalism! Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Can we check this out? No? So the thing is, right, the 12-2... Oh, what the fuck? Shay, did you hear what sounded like a firework? It's the funniest thing. Whenever I hear something that sounds like a firework, Shay will growl at it. It's my favorite. It's so cute when you growl at loud sounds. Well, guess what? You're gonna be hearing a lot of that on the 4th of July. 67S 12-2. Is that a date, I wonder? Is that February 12th? Or is that December 2nd? February 12th would make more sense. The 12th of February. Name of deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36, male. Date and time of death, February 21st. Between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment, wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. So she said that she was stabbing him at 5:15 and he died from blood loss. I see your badge. Oh, we're presenting the badge. I see your badge. Looks pretty round. Our badge is a star, a lone star, shining in the nighttime sky. A beam of light, illuminating evildoers who come into the dark of night. Note to self, evildoers are weak against the starlight. Hey, that's a sheriff's badge. Is he the sheriff? Some sort of police passport? This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough. We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance? In this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre? Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros. Ah, a toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knight, maybe. Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess, did it have K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. But why is it broken? Maybe a piece of the shield broke off and is like on the body or around the crime scene or something. Alright, compadre. Count 2, 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're going to draw some evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. But he's from West LA. He should have the most surfer, bro accent. I'm doing him a favor by giving him southern accents. Texas? I don't know, I've never lived there. Remind me to never visit Texas. We didn't actually look at this, did we? Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in the whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show that you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. 5:12 p.m. The prospector's bright red steel came in at a trot, real slow like. Trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe. Waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So, what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Is not making any sense. Alright, compadre, count to 3. So apparently this one doesn't do anything. I don't know. So that's what he says when there's nothing. My sister's cell phone. The last time it was used was 5:18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night? Why did Lana make that call? Should we go to the police department? We have something to present to you, sir. I guess what we could do is we could go up to High Prosecutor's office. Oh, Edgeworth is in here now? A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk! Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. I prefer not to have to look at myself while I work. Are you embarrassed about how you look, sir? They're always out for my edgy boy. I don't know, bye, Bob. Whoa! These are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. But the shelves already packed super tight like that. Now what if they get new stuff? I already read some of that. There's a jacket framed on the wall like a painting. The fabric is high-grade cashmere, Italian styling. Silk ruffles, turquoise buttons, and a gold thread collar. I'm guessing it's worth around $5,000. $5,000? Speaking of which, your suit would be about... That's enough of that. I don't need my life appraised, thank you very much. Was it like 40 bucks? I got the most basic-ass suit and tie suit ever. Ooh, what a soft and comfy sofa. Makes you want to say, sofa, so good. Sofa, so far? Yeah, I got it. I'm glad she's not an aspiring comedian. Interesting way to spell comedian, though. Hey, a chessboard! I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. We've already read this. Can we present something? Oh, we can talk about Lana Skye. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow was none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's a-blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. Oh. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they are off limits, untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector, Line of Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with their deals. What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? I can't say that I know this song. It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? Can you tell me about what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. Last call was made to her sister Emma at 5:18 on the day of the murder. The detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. I've got nothing. Save your progress? Yeah, I guess so. Guess we're stopping here. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my Yagis, and we will continue this case in just a little bit. Thank you so much for watching so far. I hope you're enjoying it.